Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Sherlock Holmes Chapter One. This is the second episode. If people remember the first episode, then we had arrived in Italy as young Sherlock Holmes here, young Sherry, as he's called by his friend John, who's a Cockney version of Dr. Watson apparently. They had solved the case of a missing diamond insofar as they'd found the diamond, although when they did find that it was in a room with a dead body, and we ended it there. Looks like we've got another case to solve now, which is how this dead body has arrived in this room. So this wasn't quite where we left it. When we saved, we were actually upstairs in the room, weren't we? Which was 2265? No, it wasn't here. Was it 225 or something? Going the wrong way, aren't we? Well, that's 229. I'm on the wrong side. Need to go around here. Need to make the numbers go lower. This is 226. Is it in here? Is this where we found the body? And we did. Hello. Sorry I ran out of the room. I went and stood in reception for a couple of days, but I'm back now. We're ready to talk about what went on here. Watson's already here.
Do something about it, Holmes. I did not
all
do
right.
it. You know that.
Keep your hair on. Going to do a quick radar ping around here to see what we can interact with. Surprisingly, the dead body on the bed is not one of them, but I'm sure we will. So we've got 5 clues in this corner. We'll have a quick look. We'll look at this box first of all. Do I press? Oh, I press Q first, and then I hold. Ah, box is too shallow. It means there's a false bottom.
Why would she conceal all of this? Several £1,000s. That's quite a fortune.
So she's got some money in there. Some jewellery by the look of it. If I can find the hotspot. Oh, not quite. Hotspot, where are you? There we go. I have to press Q because I can't see what's going on. Ah, here we go. There's something in the ring. It's Latin by the look of it. Did I click on that? Yeah.
Virtus audacta sapit. Courage tastes bold. A unique family motto.
Anything else in the box? Oh, yep. There's a necklace. Where's that hotspot? Oh, it might be this other ring. It is. So we've got a moth ring this time. And if you remember, there was a moth brooch that we found in the seance
this
room.
ring looks out of place among the others, and the design is familiar.
It was on the coat of the medium. It was on the back of his chair. So that's... Is that it for this box? Possibly. Yes, so there's some coins on the table.
Fard Rouge Calomel Mascara, a real altar of beauty for the travelling temptress.
Mystery
I think it's actually the makeup box, isn't it?
victim with a checkered past and poor taste.
Okay. So quite a few clues there. Not sure what they all mean yet. Oh, okay, we can click on it, as you would think. It's a bit grim, so apologies for that, but we're going to inspect this dead body just in a moment. We're going to have a quick look at the diamond that got stolen.
This must be the missing diamond. A tremendous specimen, now forever tainted.
Okay, let's have a quick look at... I can't... Oh, I can move over to her bags. Let's do that. Trying to hold down on the hotspot. It's not doing anything. Oh, here we go.
Everything was tipped out of the bed as if it was searched.
Okay. I think we have to investigate the body now.
Strangled with bare hands, judging by the bruises.
You think she stole the stone?
It's certainly possible, but we won't get her confession now.
Well, there is a
Right, so-
professional medium right next door.
Mysteriouser and mysteriouser. There's a suitcase over here. Maybe we'll see if we can have a quick look at that. We can't. So I think there was something on this door, wasn't there? So we'll go and click on the door. We have to go into investigation mode first, so we'll just hold that down there. Oh, here we go. Ordinary, cheap brass, weak lock.
A remarkably simple lock.
Can we go through? No. Okay. So I think we've probably looked at everything we can in this room. I'll have a quick chat to Watson just in case he's got anything interesting to say.
So young and so dead. Another mystery to investigate, my friend.
Amazing. Right, where do we do the Mind Palace thing here? We're still in Ghost of the Past, aren't we? So, I think we've got to link things here, and it seems to me that this moth pin and this moth ring are probably linked. Luka and Emma. Luka was the medium who ran the seance. Could have met before. Luka and Emma both have jewellery with the same moth design. Could they have something in common? Seems possible. We'll go back into the Mind Palace. There's quite a few things here. We can probably link other stuff. So, this lock that could be easily picked. Is that something? No. Okay. That's something? No. No. Okay. I thought perhaps it was implying that someone could easily get into the room. Maybe these two. She was strangled and the diamond was... No. Okay. She was strangled and Lord Craven was in the room. No, we don't think that's a thing. Alright. Well, we'll undo that. He punched the medium. No, I thought maybe it would show that he was a violent person. Seance theft. There we go. So these are linked. The fact that she was... we've got to make a choice here. We got two possible theories. The murderer left the diamond. Whoever killed Emma left the diamond beside her body. Okay. Or Lord Craven caught Emma with the stone. Lord Craven returned to the room just as Emma was hiding the diamond and caught her off guard. I mean, that's certainly plausible, isn't it? He's insistent that he wasn't responsible here. So what happens if we choose this option on the left just for now? What else have we got here? We might be able to link. Can we definitely not link those? Okay. We'll leave those for now. Perhaps these ones don't link up. What have we got in the casebook here? We'll remind ourselves of what Lord Craven told us. So he told us that he found Emma dead shortly after coming upstairs. He's very afraid of being accused and has asked me to find the real murderer before he's taken to prison. He claimed he spent some time in the bar before coming upstairs to find his mistress lying on the bed, dead. The diamond close by her. Someone at the bar must have seen him, so that probably is an indication of where we can go next. Lord Craven also told me that Luka Gallici has been locked in the room next to his, and the key from it is now at reception, so we need to go back downstairs, don't we? I think what we'll do is we can... What do I pray? We can pin evidence. So we're going to pin his alibi, or his story, and we are going to go down, and if he was at the bar, then perhaps there's someone down there who remembers seeing him. Did we look at this letter? Lord Craven, you promised me compensation for your gross misconduct in order to cover the cost of my treatment and quell the scandal, yet I have not received a penny. You know that I lost my job after your false accusations. Now, even after my innocence has been proven, I can't return to work because of my hand injury. If you continue to ignore me, I shall be forced to appeal to the court. Okay, so someone's annoyed with him. That might be important. Have a quick look over here as well. Okay, there's something else on his desk. The letter regarding the stolen ring. Dear Sir, I have to inform you that the theft investigation continues. However, the ring has not yet been found. We had to free Elo Dupont, the servant, as we were unable to find any evidence of his participation in the crime. We will inform you of any progress in this case. Now, we found a ring, didn't we, in the jewellery box. Maybe we'll ask him about that before we go downstairs. And is there anything else here?
Someone was not happy with his post.
Yeah, there's a letter that's been torn up, but that's as much as we can tell at this time. So let's quickly go and ask him about this ring, maybe. Yes. Okay, so this is... Oh, that's the moth design ring. Where's the other one? Hidden jewels. Okay, let's ask about that, maybe.
I found these jewels secreted away. Are you familiar with them?
Ah, it cannot be so. That deceptive wagtail. How could she do this?
That sounds like a yes.
These items were supposedly stolen from us during our trip. I must have spent hours reporting it all to the police. And it turns out she had them all along. The trollop. I'd kill her myself, was she not dead already?
It's not helping his cause there, is he? But it's confirmation that it was his ring, that she was obviously stealing things from him. He believed that they were stolen during their trip. He had many problems due to the scandals after the theft, so he's admitted that... Okay. And admitted that he'd kill her. Well, we won't... Maybe we'll ask him about the moth ring as well. I suspect that's not his, though.
Do you recognize this ring?
Should I? It's a third-rate piece if ever I've seen one. I'd never buy something like this.
Did you ever see Miss Emma wearing it?
No. And why should she? I gave her enough jewelry that she could wear a superior ring every day of the week.
Okay.
Do something about it, Holmes.
Okay, I can't talk to him
I
again.
did
So
not
we've
do it.
confronted
You
him
know
with 2
that.
pieces of evidence, and he recognises some of the jewels that his companion, Emma, had been stealing from him. Now, we know the medium's in the room next door. I presume it's this room here, but we need to get a ring from reception. Sorry, a key from reception before we can do that. But we're going to head to the bar area first, and we're going to ask around there and see if anyone remembers seeing him. We'll start with the barman. Press up to quickly pin evidence. Okay, well, we've already done that. We don't need to worry about that now.
Sorry. Maybe a guest noticed it.
So the barman doesn't remember seeing him. If we do... I don't... Oh, that's Watson. I think we'll just click on people.
May I ask you something?
My dear fellow,
Ah,
you're talking
okay.
to the right man.
Got something here already. I found a witness who advises that Lord Craven spent only a short time in the bar after he left the seance room. We've got a new Mind Palace clue. We'll have a quick look at that. I just wondered if we go and confront him about it, but let's go and do this first in case it links up to something else. So, Lord Craven spent time at the bar. But we want to say that he had he was there, only there for a short time. No. What if we can imply... Okay. Link those? We can. We can link these. And it looks like another choice we've got here. Lord Craven had time to kill Emma. He had enough time to kill Emma before I arrived. Well, that is true. The other one says the murderer had time to kill Emma while Lord Craven was drinking downstairs. We know that he was only there for a short time, so I think maybe we have to say that he had enough time to do it. Which he did. We won't change this one just yet. We'll keep it like that for now. And is there anything else? Ah, haha, okay. Emma was a thief, but made Lord Craven believe that the servants were stealing. She'd done it throughout the trip. So yeah, so that's not a choice. We just know that. And it's opened up this other deduction here. Luka could know that Emma was a thief. If their paths had crossed in the past, and remember, they both had this moth symbol on some jewellery, Luka could well know of Emma's predilection for thievery. So that's an interesting thing there. We'll just select the other one here, and... if we change it to that, they don't link up just yet. I think we oh, hello. This time that worked. So it's opened up another deduction here. So we'll click on this. Luka could know Emma set him up. The medium, Luka Gallici, could have known that Emma was a thief and that she was trying to frame him for her crime. Now, we know that she was stealing jewels from Lord Craven and blaming it on the servants, so she could well have set this up to blame the medium for the theft. Which is interesting, and he presumably wouldn't be that happy about that. Okay. There's probably nothing else to be gained from talking to people here. It's pointing me towards the Mind Palace again, so maybe that's suggesting that there's still another clue that we can link. Let's have a look. No. Oh, hello. Lord Craven can't control his temper. Lord Craven is an unstable man who cannot manage his anger. Okay, well, we do know that. And what happens if I switch that? Oh. No. Ooh. I mean, it is possible, isn't it? Even though he says he didn't. He could have come, but he was only at the bar a short time. She was up there with the stone. I mean, he wouldn't have known about the false bottom of the jewellery box, so that would probably still have been a surprise to him. But I think we need to go and talk to this Luka before we jump to any massive conclusions here. And it's saying that we can still do something in the Mind Palace, but I don't know if that kind of locks it in as a final deduction. So if we go back up to reception here and see if we can convince him to give us the key.
Luka Galici's room. I need to talk to him about the events of the séance.
I suppose you are an impartial outsider. All right, but please do not give it to Lord Craven. We do not want to see our reputation damaged further.
Okay.
Awkward. They still don't know what a nasty surprise awaits upstairs.
Hush. No need to cause another ruckus. The last thing we want is the police to come meddling.
Okay, so that's room 225. That's where we want to go. I think this is 229, so we're going to have to... Probably could have gone another way, make it a bit quicker, but... We've got to go and find that. It's probably just over here. 225. Can we go straight in? We can. We've got the key. We'll have a quick look around the room to see if there's anything to interact with. There is. We can look at his desk, so we'll do that.
Tools and accessories for masterful prestidigitation.
I guess. I mean, he's got...
Or weapons
Yeah.
and defences against visitors from the great beyond.
Well, I was going to say, he's got knives and rope, and it all looks slightly suspicious, doesn't it? There's a letter here. Dear Luka, I hope you'll have time to visit our estate and perform another séance. Since I was last able to speak to my husband through you, I feel that my life has changed completely. I cannot wait until I can speak to him again. I am anxious for your visit. Sincerely yours, Countess Lemore. Okay, so that's another clue for the old Mind
A
Palace.
familiar substance. It's the ectoplasm that stained the séance table, but this time there's enough for analysis.
Ooh, okay. Some clues can be examined with chemical analysis. Open your casebook and highlight the evidence marked with a flask icon. Press E to start our analysis. Excellent. So even though we don't appear to have any alchemical equipment with us, if we go here and we're going to do a chemical analysis somehow without any equipment. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? Chemical operations. Move that. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at the help tab here just to see what we're trying to achieve. Create the target formula on the right. Here. Drag out 2 reagents, which are at the bottom. Drag out an operation and link them together. Combine it and make the formula. Okay. I think I get it. Oh, operations. So we can combine 2 reagents, we can subtract 1 from the other, we can swap reagents values into positive or negative or vice versa. We can multiply their values, just add 1 to the reagent's value or divide by 2. Okay. So we want to make, I think this is probably quite an easy one as this is just the first one that we do. So I can see we need 3 sort of red symbols and 2 green ones. And we can see in our reagents we have 3 red symbols, 2 green symbols and 4 blue symbols. So I'm guessing that we don't need the blue symbol. We're going to drag our 3 red reagents there. We're going to drag our 2 green reagents there. Our chemical operation is going to be... What do I do? That looks like it. I think it's telling us that what we do is add them, which I was going to do anyway, but I think that happens automatically. Here we go. If I hold down the right button, I can drag a little line between them there. It's like so. That looks correct. And how do we... we just link it again to there. And hold down space. And there we go. Successfully done. So what did that achieve? The reaction shows that it is a rubber latex mixed with phosphorus. As much as this chemical element is dangerous to hold in the mouth, I'm quite disappointed. I expected to find something trickier. So remember they said there was like a jellyfish kind of thing that was coming out of the medium. And they thought the servant thought it was like a ghost or a spirit of some kind. It said perhaps he was just holding this ectoplasm in his mouth and was just kind of spitting it out when she saw it.
Burst, just like a rubber balloon.
So he is a trickster. He's a shyster, isn't he? He's got his tricks and his ways.
I'm afraid I can wait no longer to hear your account of the séance, Mr. Galici. So please, tell me what you saw.
Lady Craven wanted to meet the spirit of the Raja. My conjuration was successful. Perhaps even too successful. I am sure the spirit was the only one who could have taken the diamond. Lord Craven needs to leave me alone.
Do you think the police will believe you?
Of course.
I didn't take anything. And spiritual phenomena are beyond their control. Or should I summon the ghost again so they may attempt to handcuff it?
I think I would prefer to begin my investigation in the physical realm.
Okay, so we're going to have a quick look at him and see if there's any deductions we can make. His hat, maybe? Nope. Maybe his glasses? Ah, he's got a bleeding nose. He took a heavy blow. Well, we already know that Lord Craven punched him. So that would be that. His... Oh, okay, there's actually glowing yellow areas still. Slight discoloration. He used a lot of makeup. Which is interesting. That wouldn't have been an injury from the attack. Have a quick look at his fingers. Holding down the button. Oh, I don't know why this arrow keeps appearing. Thin, elongated fingers. He was trained in sleight of hand. Yeah. If we go down, he's got something on his shirt. Drawn complexion. Skinny. Seems malnourished. So he's obviously not living the high life. Is that everything? Oh no, we just keep going down. Is there anything on the ground? No. What else could we find? Oh, is that something? His trousers? Oh, on his wrists. Okay. We weren't quite up at his wrists, were we? But he's got fresh scrapes, slightly bleeding, which is interesting. Could be defensive wounds, maybe. Let's see, what can we say? So he's a former thief, became a medium, which is possible. He's lean and malnourished, and he's bleeding from a heavy punch, which we know about. His hands and thin fingers are definitely those of a thief, trained in the delicate work of pickpocketing, possibly. He uses makeup to hide possible jail tattoos, okay. Has fresh scratches and scrapes on his wrists from a recent and short fight. I believe he's more a criminal than a medium, and this is his new way of earning money by deceiving the wealthy. So that's definitely possible. What does this other one say? It's pretty much the same. He uses makeup to hide the traces of his illness from malnourishment. His hands and thin fingers indicate he's skilled at conjuring tricks used to manipulate concealed items. I mean, possibly. The scratches and scrapes is the same. I think he tries his best as a medium, but his business doesn't go well, and sometimes he has to go without food. I'm tempted to go for this one. Just because it mentions the malnourishment, it says that we know that he's skinny and malnourished, so, he's trying his best as a medium, but he's not doing particularly well. We'll go with that one. Confirmation.
I have shocking news that changes your situation entirely. Oh, no, wait. What am I thinking? The spirits will have told you this already.
I'm not in the necessary state for summoning. The spirits prefer clarity of mind and soul. Please, tell me.
Lady Craven died in the very next room while you were in here. Did you not hear anything?
What? How? In fact, I did hear noises. That Craven is a very loud man. But I never thought he would do that to his wife.
Well, you claim to be a medium. Perhaps you could ask her spirit why.
What? No, it's too dangerous.
Oh well, at least I can make the dead talk.
Let's ask about the scratches first of all.
Those scratches on your hands look rather painful. What happened to you?
It was those savage servants. They were so rough bringing me here as if I was trying to escape. When I'm free, I'll demand compensation.
Seems a bit unlikely. So what can we ask him about? We'll try the moth ring first.
That's a remarkable pin of yours, Mr. Galici. Does it have any meaning?
The butterfly? It's a reminder of a time in which I was truly happy.
What a coincidence. Lady Craven had a ring with the same design.
A coincidence indeed. I suspect it is a common theme in jewelry.
I mean, it's possible, isn't it, that this Emma stole a ring from him with that butterfly design. Obviously means a lot to him. I'm going to ask about the ectoplasm, maybe?
Do you realize just how dangerous it is to hold phosphorus in the mouth?
I beg your pardon?
I'll bet it makes your rubber balloons glow impressively in the dark, but you'll regret it when the hypertension and vomiting sets in.
You mock my talents, sir. You shouldn't be so flippant about things beyond your earthly understanding. How ignorant one must be to compare a spirit's ectoplasm with balloons.
It was merely a word of caution. We both know how match factory workers look after several years on the job.
Okay, right. Can we
This
speak
is
to him
all
again?
just a big misunderstanding. The spirits confirm it.
Now, more than anything, those wounds on his wrist make me suspicious anyway. We can look in his suitcase,
Do you
though, here.
always travel with your books, Mr. Galici?
I do. In my line of work, one needs resources available to help deal with the unpredictable and unworldly.
Now, the thing to note here is he does have this adjoining room. We looked at the weak lock on the other side that leads to where the body is. We said it was a weak lock, easy to pick. He's possibly got some kind of thievery background, or at least someone who might have been trained in those kinds of lock-picking skills. I think we need to go back to the Mine Palace. Maybe there's some more stuff we can link here. Yes, I think so. So the lock can be easily picked, and they're neighbours. So what do we say about that? Luka could easily pick the lock between the two rooms. Yep, that was what I thought as well. And she was strangled, and he's got fresh scratches, which doesn't look good for him, does it? She left the scratches on his hands while fighting for his life. Well, yes, I think that was what happened as well. So it's withdrawn our... what looked like it was going to be an accusation against Lord Craven. That's what we'll say, is the murderer had time to get there. And we're going to say that the murderer left the diamond, because perhaps that wasn't what they were there to get. I think perhaps this moth ring that she may have stolen is going to be the solution. So we've got an accusation in our mind recently. There's Luka Galici as the murderer. This is what we're thinking. Emma tried to frame Luka, the medium, for her theft of the diamond. Okay, Emma tried to frame him for her theft of the diamond. In revenge, he killed her. We can choose to bring him to justice. Luka Galici is a murderer. He couldn't stop himself from killing Emma, even though he could just have told the police everything. We could help him escape. I mean, he's a murderer, isn't he? And we're saying that she was trying to frame him, so... I think we have to try and bring him to justice, don't we? Let's go back, because I'm interested to see what our choices are with Lord Craven. If we select that again, and we select that... we're not... Okay. I think possibly that, finding out that she scratched him, I think is going to mean that we can't actually go back and see what would happen if we accused Lord Craven. I think we found the right solution. I think what we do is we can choose what we do with him. So we're going to choose to arrest him. Yeah. Okay. So we can switch solution. I'm not sure I want to. So if I do back, does that just take us out of the Mine Palace? Maybe it does. Okay. Okay, so we've reached a conclusion. And I think maybe we have to go and do something now. It's saying to go back to the Mine Palace. I'm not quite sure why. Ah, I see. This has given us a choice now. So if we say the scratches were left by servants, maybe we can go back and see what happens if we accuse Lord Craven. Yeah. Lord Craven had problems with his temper. We know this. He strangled Emma in a fit of rage when he found out she was stealing from him. Okay, we can bring him to justice, or Craven fell prey to a professional criminal. And given her checkered past, her killing was an act of self-defense. Well, I don't know about that. Thing is, he doesn't have the scratches that... I don't believe the servants would have manhandled the medium. They don't know that he'd done anything wrong. So I think, given the dividing door that he could have easily picked, that we noted, and given the scratches, which we think are defensive wounds, yeah, we're gonna go to this conclusion. Okay, so that Mine Palace thing was just telling us that we had the option to accuse somebody else. So I think that's showing up in the top right, just because we've got it pinned still at the moment in our case book. Is that right? I don't know. How do we end this? Maybe we go and speak to Lord Craven. We can do that. No,
I am needed elsewhere.
is that that might have been us accusing him. I don't want to do that. So maybe we'll go up to back to the medium and we can accuse him. And see if that works. Try this.
Luka Galici, I know you murdered Lady Craven, and I can prove it.
That would be a grand story for the newspapers. But where's your proof? I was locked in here and could not hurt a fly.
Yes, the locked room. Good of you to mention it. I inspected the door between the rooms, and the lock on it is piteous. You could open it with a penknife.
Which we know he
So
has.
I am now a burglar, as well as a thief and a murderer.
As for the motive, it's obvious that you deduced that Lady Craven was the real thief. Of course, it helped that this was not your first encounter with Miss Emma.
I am... I don't know what you're talking about. How on earth can you believe this?
I think the police will easily find the proof when they browse their archives. Your wrists are bloodied, and there's no way a servant's manhandling could cause such an injury. It was Lady Craven as you strangled her.
You are fantasizing, Mr. Holmes.
It is done, Luka. You will be arrested. Your best strategy now is to confess and hope your reasons were justified.
Ah.
I don't know how you figured it out. But yes, I killed her. I had to. This woman could not get away with ruining my life twice.
Twice?
I knew Emma before she was a lady. I mean, she pretended to be noble back then too. But only so our gang, the Moths, could steal from those snobs. She betrayed us, stole all our money and disappeared, leaving us to rot in jail. I was young. I spent 3 years in that hell.
So actually we were wrong in our conclusion about him. He actually was a thief and was in jail.
I came to her afterwards, pleading that she drop this farce, but she laughed in my face. I just remembered my time in the clink, all I suffered while she indulged. And I grabbed her throat.
Right. Okay. I mean, we could let him go. I mean, I'm not inclined to, though. I mean, he didn't need to kill her. So he's going to be punished.
Murder is murder, Luka. You could have told Lord Craven the truth and seen Miss Emma's downfall, but you could not restrain yourself.
He would never believe me.
We will never know. Still, perhaps a jury will be more easily swayed. If not, you'll get to see your friends in jail again soon.
And there we go. The end of our first case.
We'll meet again, Holmes. I will get you, in this life or the next.
Made a
Get
new
your
friend.
hands off me.
He murdered the woman who put him in jail. Should we be worried?
Fear not, John. Unlike Miss Emma, I will see him coming.
There we go. Well, that was quite a satisfying ending, I think, to that. I mean, there was a bit of a leap of faith, I suppose. I think it was the scratches and the dividing door that swung it for me. But you know, otherwise, you know, I could see why people might think that it was Lord Craven.
Too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything, even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
Ah, a figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Damn. Well, take one last look at the view, and we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
There we go. So we're free to go back to this Cordona place. I think the main story here is that we're here to visit our mother's grave. So we will do that next time, I think. I think we're going to leave it there, having successfully solved the case of the diamond and the dead body. I presume it's successful. I'm interested to know what would happen if I'd gone the other way. You know, would we be told that it was an incorrect conclusion? Because the way that Luka confessed at the end there, you know, definitely made it feel like we found the right solution, even if we made a slight error in choosing his background. You know, it all seemed to work out all right in the end. So yeah, so we'll come back next time. We'll find out what happens next in the main story. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then please do like the video and subscribe to my channel. And hopefully I will see you next time.